So over the years, a lot of people have asked me about my drinks, and I make shakes every day. I've been doing it for about 5 years now. This is just a basic of the ingredients that are in season right now. We have papaya, pear, lemon, kiwi, apples, local, mango, local honey, some different types of mushroom extracts. There's actually 5 of them in here, but I just grabbed a couple containers to show you what they look like. I get it off of Fresh Cap, but I have 5 different types. I have some different natural supplements here like ginseng, spirulina, camu, echinacea, cat's claw, cayenne, extra spicy, and some boron, aloe, carrot juice. We have fresh pineapple, a couple bananas, a little banana, kale, Swiss chard, chimchi or chimchoy, something like that. Another different types of kale. Apple cider vinegar here, some olive oil, just basic olive oil, turmeric, and sea salt. Black seed oil, I think I didn't mention that. So, all right, folks, get a lot of questions about my shakes when I'm at work every day, and I have for a long time. So I wrote the ingredients down over the years, sent them to people, but I have rarely had much feedback. And so I'm going to make a couple videos and start documenting my daily routines to try to get people encouraged. One of the big benefits to this, as you can see, all this beautiful food is actually just going to be blended up so that my system, my belly, doesn't have to do a lot of the work. The blender actually does the bulk of it. So once the food has been blended up with the lemon and lime and the apple cider vinegar, it all starts to ferment or break down, so it turns into pretty much instant nutrients. So I wear my blenders out. I've actually got to get a new one. I've ordered it. Should be here this week, so I'll have some new ones, but I thought I should go ahead and make a video with the old one, just as the classic. I bought this one in October of 21, and it's the end of October 23. So I have gotten my money's worth out of it. As you can tell, it is pretty worn out. But this is the one thing that I do every day. I've been religiously doing the shakes, and I 100% attest to them. I usually start drinking mine about 2 o'clock during the day. And so my morning, I just have a cup of coffee, get my day started. I'll drink some water with aluminum-free baking soda and Celtic salt or Himalayan sea salt. That's what I'll start with until about 1 or 2 o'clock during the day. So I intermittent fast for 16 and 8. It's usually, but it's not necessarily a lifestyle for me. It's just more of what works best for me. And so again, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm very outspoken about the benefits of it all. And I actually get more nutrition in my daily drinks than most people get in their entire month, just because of the Western diet. So as the process goes, I'll be showing you guys that the blender is doing all of the work. So if you think about your morning routine, you stop at Hardee's, pick up a nice, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, some orange juice, maybe some hash browns. You eat that. So now your body has to turn this bready, greasy, preserved, pretty much absolutely inedible food into nutrition. There's very little nutritional value anyway. So you have to get quite potent stomach acid to turn it even into a little bit of nutrition. So our body is having to really ramp up its production just to try to break down some of the food and turn it into a little bit of nutrition. So with this, it is already broken down and starting to metabolize almost with the apple cider vinegar, with acidity from the lemon. So that's really where it's at. This is like rocket fuel straight into the blood. It affects you pretty much instantly, whereas you get that sleepy, lazy feeling after a meal. That is because our body is having to create an acid potent enough to digest our current food that we're eating. so this really makes sense. That was a papaya, pineapple, kale, chimchi, 3 different types of kale, some Swiss chard, all from the garden here. I try to get as much of the veggies local, fruits and veggies local as I can, because that's very important. Local apples. I got a couple of pears here. I got a mango and a kiwi and a lemon. I think my neighbors are going to come over and start talking, but that's okay. So, 2 apples. Go ahead and start with the mango next. And so, with these 2 shakes, I can drink them in a couple minutes too. You know, I've been doing this for a long time. So if they're chunky and really thick, it makes it a little bit more difficult to drink. But after time, that totally gets normal. But I like to make them a little bit more liquidy instead of more smoothie. But you have to have the banana, the chia seeds, and the olive oil to get the consistency of a shake. If not, it's just gonna separate into water and your veggies. And that's not good at all. So you definitely have to have those ingredients that bind it all together. That's the banana. The chia seeds all get a cell lining once they get wet, a little cellular membrane around each individual seed, and that creates a little bit of a membrane, I guess, for the shake to hold together. Pear, not local. And so I do know that the apple cider vinegar, through the videos that I'll be doing, I'm going to try to talk individual ingredients and their benefits and what I believe. None of this is medical or nutritional advice or approved by a doctor, but I do want to go over some of the individual ingredients. First we'll do is apple cider vinegar. I actually go with Bragg's, but it was recently bought out by Katy Perry and through Bill Gates. So they're actually using the Appeal apples to make apple cider vinegar now. The Appeal apples are bioengineered to have a protective coating on them, I believe. And we definitely want to try to stay away from a lot of Bill Gates food. That is just how you have to really be careful. So if anybody in the comments has any set suggestions on an alternative to Bill Gates apple cider vinegar, I would definitely be interested in that. So we're going to get into the supplements here in just a second. I always try to get the base down before I add any of the powder ingredients so that they don't start sticking to the outsides of the blender. You want them to kind of break down into the actual mix. And some of the liquids, cleaning up here too. We have aloe. Aloe is a natural root hormone. So you can actually take a plant, stick the stem of the plant into the aloe and put it in the ground and it will grow. This is apple cider vinegar, Bragg's. I actually drink a lot, about a gallon every 2 months, I believe. So I drink it a couple times a day. Carrot juice. These are all shout outs to the brands. I didn't block any of that out. Olive oil. So instead of extra virgin olive oil, which is more processed, I like to use regular olive oil. It's a little less filtered, a little bit more natural. We have some black seed oil. Extremely good for your immune system. We have some local honey here because honey has all 23 essential nutrients and amino acids for our diet. These are 5 types of mushroom extracts, dry mushroom extracts: reishi, chaga, turkey tail, lion's mane, and cordyceps militaris. I'll go over those a little bit more in depth in other future videos. Suppliers Fresh Camp though, big fan. I'm subscribed to them actually every 3 months. I get a big subscription. I drink it in my coffee in the morning, my shakes during the day, and then I actually drink it in my tea at night as well. So huge fan of mushroom extracts. Here we have some turmeric. Big scoop of turmeric. Turmeric is again good for the immune system, good for blood blood circulation. We have boron. Boron helps the body absorb more nutrients and actually helps with natural testosterone production, which fellas, with the world's soy diet, that is a huge thing. Camu, and again, I'll be going over these individually. Magnesium, potassium, all kinds of good stuff. We have cat's claw here. Again, I will do individual videos where I go over each supplement a little bit more in depth. We have echinacea here. And I buy these thrift pretty much. I'm so cheap that even my supplements I buy marked down. So I have a local herb store. This is ginseng complex. So this is actually a couple different strains of ginseng. And then we have spirulina, which is an algae. It has tons and tons of different benefits. Go over that, and that's a whole video realistically. So the capsules, the cellulose capsules that a lot of our medicines come in have an expiration date because it is vegetable based. So they do expire. And when you buy a natural supplement, it may say on the bottle that its expiration date is such and such. But in all reality, if there's no moisture and the organic matter has been processed properly, then there should be no way for a natural supplement to expire within at least a couple years. Again, none of this is nutritional or medical advice, but that's just what I have learned, and I haven't had any issues. So again, if in the comments, if anybody does have any feedback on that, I would love to hear. But I just throw the capsules away and just take the actual extracts out. So I like to get a lot of my nutritional value from supplements in food form, but some of the things I'm not going to ever be able to get cat's claw to eat. And so I like to just mix it in with my food. This is just natural filtered water with a little bit of aluminum-free baking soda in it. Okay, and then I usually go through about 20 to 25 bananas a week. I'm a big banana eater. So I have little ones here, but they're just not that easy to peel. And bananas are, just like the chia seeds or the olive oil, they are one of the more important ingredients. The green, you have to have the green, you have to have the acidity, but you also have to be able to pull all of those beautiful ingredients together. So a banana is like the most delicious way to do that. Now usually, because the mushroom extracts are so important and so medicinal, I'll actually most of the time I not include them into the blender. I'll take them directly and put a scoop into each jar so that the extracts aren't getting mixed up into the walls of the blender and you're losing a little bit of it. I'm a huge fan of the natural medicines, and I believe that mushroom extracts are probably one of the most important things we can add to our diet. So again, shake's a little bit chunky right now. I would set it in my fridge. I would prep these up for. Okay. There you go. So I would prep these up for the next day, and overnight, the apple cider vinegar and all of the acidity, and where these fruits and veggies have already been broken down through the blender doing all of the work, they actually start to turn into straight nutrients. So by tomorrow, it will have thinned out a little bit and become a little bit more liquidy and combined. But I'm a big fan. I get a lot of people asking me about the shakes. Can I write it down? Ask me what world am I drinking? They don't really turn out to be the most beautiful things in the world, but I have done it for a long, long time. There's nothing out there that's going to make the body run as fast. Any type of food, any type of diet, carnivore, keto, all of that stuff is just not pumping the rocket fuel that we're able to do with a blender and a wide variety of different types of nutrients. So if you have any comments, any questions, post them below. And I hope to be making daily videos. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do them outside each day, but especially as the seasons change and the fruits and vegetables are changing, A lot of it comes from my garden here. I have strawberries and kales and Swiss chards and blueberries and zucchinis. I'll do zucchini during zucchini season. But a lot of the stuff I try to eat locally and as fresh as possible to keep away from a lot of the preservatives and you know, Western way we do food. So any questions, comments, let me know. Thank you.